Hello booktube, hello book friends, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a short book mail video. Yesterday I had a parcel come in the post. I had kind of been expecting it, but it came quicker than I was expecting. I had a message from my good friend Debs at Rainer Reed Stuff on Monday to say she's got a couple of books she wanted to send me, and could she have my address? So let her have my address, and yesterday those books arrived. I have to say she kind of knows my taste in books very well. If you have been watching her channel, and if you haven't been watching her channel, you should, and I will link to it down below. Go and watch her videos because she is very knowledgeable about books, very funny, and also very generous, because she sent me two books that she has raided from her father's library. If you've been watching her channel, you'll know that she has been liberating books from her father's library over the last few months, or as she calls it, stealing books from her father's library, which I guess now makes me either in receipt of stolen goods or a accessory after the fact. I have to say she does have full permission to do this before the YouTube police block my channel or do whatever the YouTube police do. But yes, so she sent me a couple of books, which, as I say, she knows my taste very well. And I thought I would just share them with you. So the first is called Islands in Danger, written by Alan Wood and Mary Seaton Wood. And it's the story of the occupation of the only bit of the United Kingdom that was captured by Nazi Germany in the Second World War, and that is the Channel Islands. So Jersey, Guernsey, Orkney, Sark, etc. They were taken by the Germans in June 1940 and not liberated until May the 9th, 1945, which is a day after VE Day. So VE Day was the 8th of May, but the Germans didn't surrender the Channel Islands till the following day on the 9th of May 1945. It's always been a fascinating little part of the Second World War, because in some ways, other than kind of sort of immediately before Operation Overlord D-Day on the June 6, 1944, when potentially observers on the Channel Islands could have seen the British fleet, or British American Allied fleet, I should say, crossing the English Channel to Normandy. There was very little kind of strategic importance to the Channel Islands. There was no British military establishment on the Channel Islands. Most of the men who were of fighting age, except for sort of farmers and people like that, had already left. Those that remained, many were interned in camps within mainland Europe as a result of the capture of the Channel Islands. So it wasn't as if there was a lot going on, but Hitler decided that they were of strategic importance. They were heavily fortified as a result, including some really significant underground bunkers and things that are still there to this day, and you can go and visit. But this kind of book relates that story. I'm not quite sure when it was published. 1955 originally, and I think this is 1957. So this is presumably a paperback edition. There's a little bookmark in there as well, which I don't know if you can see. It says "Bees are nature's musicians, I think it is, or magicians, musicians. Can't quite see. But yeah, this tells a story. It's quite fragile, so I need to be reasonably careful. But it's got so pictures of the Germans marching into um, the Channel Islands. Some of the existing. Let's hold this a different way around. So some of the existing fortifications, and then some that were added by the Germans. So I'm really looking forward to reading this because although I know a little bit about it, my knowledge is kind of general on the basis of it always gets mentioned in kind of general histories of the Second World War, but not I don't think I've read anything specifically about the Channel Islands before. But yeah, I shall enjoy reading that. And then the second one is again related to the Second World War, the first year of war in pictures. And this is, as you might imagine, it's got magnificent end papers. So I think, yeah, they're the same. So there's all sorts of drawings, and also photographs as well. So some of them I was looking through. So some of them are quite iconic photographs. So that one is part of a much bigger photograph, but it's that bit that is so often used in relating to the evacuation of Dunkirk. So this is from this goes all the way through from September 39. Well, in fact, it talks about before the 30s, before the war breaks out, and then from September 39, when Germany invaded Poland, and goes right the way through to the following September in 1940, which doesn't quite bring in the Battle of Britain. I just wonder if there is anything about, so if I can find June 1940. Sorry, yes, it does bring in the Battle of Britain, doesn't it? What am I talking about? So it does, of course it does. No, I can't find anything about can't find anything about Channel Islands, is what I was looking for. See if I could tie it into the other book. So yeah, so that's really great bit of book mail. So thank you, Debs. As I say, if you haven't watched Debs's channel, go and do so straight away. And as I say, thank you very much for the books, Debs. I shall enjoy reading those. And if you have been, thank you for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.